Wow, that shot's a lot worse than the selfie, but it's the same lens. What the fuck? I've been thinking about something my acting teacher aunt once said. I've been thinking about her a lot lately. She said, I spent years working on this face. I did too. I had to kill an evil illness. I had to exfoliate a bunch of shit by doing deep tissue work. I had to work my way around my eyebrows and not rip them out. I had to make calls on when to put more medicine on the right side because it's more infected, because I self-infected it by moving my hand around and scratching myself. And now I'm going, gee, I hope my whole face doesn't fall off so I can live a while and possibly have a significant other and a career as a public person instead of hiding and waiting to die. And I'm thinking a lot about my aunt lately, because it turns out that one of the things that drives me nuts about this town, in addition to being a liberal, PC, new agey, bliss-any, stupid white person clusterfuck, is that it's a theater town and everyone's projecting from the diaphragm. So I go around going, oh, I remember my years in the theater studying the bard and buggering altar boys. Oh, those were the days. Because everyone in my family is an acting teacher nut and a precious, malignant, narcissistic sociopath that doesn't know that they are one. So when I sit here having an interaction with some millennial douche from nice to him for an hour and a half because I like his flute playing, in the end, he goes from flirting to how did this become a confessional in 2 seconds when I tell him just a bit of my story. And the thing he says that sounds like Joyce is, I'm hearing whining. I think I'm hearing whining here. Yeah, you're hearing whining because I'm better at anyone than doing this. I don't get to do it because they stupidly said that they would read my work. I thought I had a family. I thought I had someone that was going to help me get a leg up in this so-called meritocracy where we live. And now we live in an oligarchy and a fascist pig nightmare where the rabbi told me that the Hasidic version of the judgment day is what you're doing in the darkness, you're going to do in the light. And the interweb showed me my crazy, famous cousin is evil. And my mom just went, well, he has money. And I said, well, can't his sister, who's married to one of the top directors in Hollywood, make one call to get me an agent, to get me a job? Because I don't want to take your money, Mom. I don't want to fish. I want a fishing pole. You know, that old saying about, fish for them. And she, in her crazy-making, malignantly narcissistic self, said, well, John, they're very important people, and he had a heart attack, and she was in a car wreck in an Uber. And I went, why is my cousin worth $500 million taking an Uber? Did the director smoke crack to have a heart attack? And what in the fuck does that have to do with me? You make one call to get me a job. You want to know the answer? I figured it out eventually. Her brother is he's too crazy to be a sexual assailant. He's just an assailant. There's no sex in his violence. He just beats people up in a sexualized way that's insane. So she knew that. I didn't know that. I was saying stuff to him like, hey, Jeremy, hint, hint, what's your deal with women? Do you ever want to get married? Do you have a girlfriend? Hey, you were partying with her. I remember one point when I got star treatment from him, he went, Jim, too important to tell you this story, because what I had said was, wow, you were partying with Rick James? What's it like to... Turns out what it's like is that Rick James imprisons a girl high on crack and tortures her for fun with his girlfriend. So that should have been a clue. But when the judgment day comes and the interweb tells you that your cousin is a sociopath, your mother sides with him because, hey, he's got money and you're a nut. We know you're a nut. You're a shunda. Oi. I think my mom took one look at me and she said, you're not kosher. Can I get my money back? I'm throwing you back in the sea. I want a refund. I want a redo. Damn, does this have to be my son? What the fuck is this shit? God, you're disgusting, you little faggot. You want me to walk you to the neighbor's house at 5 when we moved into a new neighborhood? I don't get along with the mom. Your dad went to medical school with their dad. Go down there, you little worm, through dangerous traffic, without social skills, or the height necessary to reach the gate, and socialize, you little loser motherfucker. And I looked at my mom and went, wow, you're looking at me with a look of disgust. Indignant disgust that translates in my 5-year-old head to what's the matter with you, you little faggot, go down there. And I went, my mom's mad at me for being 5. This sucks. I'll go. And on the way down there, I almost stepped right into traffic and there was a car coming and I went, I think maybe not. Couldn't reach the gate, rang the front bell. Go figure. Everyone's evil and dumb and the interweb told me and I don't have any clothes and fuck this.